So we are really pleased today to have here with us Jaime Antonio Acosta-Gómez. Welcome.
Thank
Uh,
you.
he's the Community Pharmacy Section Secretary at the International Pharmaceutical Federation, where he developed an interesting research about the evolution of community pharmacy. So, Antonio, how is going? Which is the actual picture of the community pharmacy around Europe? Or at an international level.
At international level, I think we have very different backgrounds, very different practice settings. Although we share, of course, the proximity to patient, the capillarity, the accessibility, the trust that patients put into community pharmacists worldwide. We always rank at least third in the positions with nurses and firemen. Although we have different regulations worldwide, this is something that was highlighted in the recent global community pharmacy report 2021. But I think that we are in the transit all over the world from the product to the patient. We are the experts in medicine's use, and we are seeking to add our value towards better outcomes, especially related to medicine's use, but more broadly in the primary care setting.
And which are the most interesting models in your opinion?
Every country, every region has adapted their regulation to their needs. I would put more attention into what's happening in terms of services delivery. I would definitely look into Canada, the UK, Australia, the United States, especially Canada. In my opinion, this is a personal opinion, has the Canada has the more complex clinical related services in pharmacy, especially during the pandemic. It's very interesting to see how those services were distantly provided by pharmacists. And although every region adapts community pharmacy and community pharmacists to their needs, I find these countries a little bit more interesting.
As you already said, the proximity care is today the keyword that every Western health system is discussing about. But it was quite surprising that a big group in the US spent 1 billion last year and this year 5 billions to create a retail clinic next to the pharmacies because they say they had very interesting result. What do you think about this model?
Well, that's a very interesting evolution of community pharmacy because I think patient convenience and access to healthcare, of course, is a huge driver for better outcomes. It's not only a matter of convenience; it's a matter of providing the right healthcare resource close to the patient whenever they need it, and that's why pharmacies in some countries are including those clinics not only beside the pharmacy, but sometimes when regulation allows it, inside the pharmacy. Pharmacies have nurses and physicians available for patients, so it's very easy for them to access the care they need, not only that diagnosis point, but also they receive the medicines they need from an expert pharmacist, and that's a one-stop scheme that is working very well, and it's being implemented in different countries, not only the US.
Thanks. And which are the advice that you will put to the decision maker based on your analysis?
Well, pharmacy. I know that pharmacy is going at different speeds in different countries in terms of the delivery of services. Everyone takes for granted, at least in the developed countries, that pharmacies can provide the right medicine for the right patient with the right quality, legitimate medicines. This is an issue in other countries, But so we are trying, as we discussed before, trying to improve the outcomes of those medicines, because putting a medicine in the hands of a patient is simply not enough. We know that. And also from pharmacist perspective, there's no future in only dispensing products. Not only because we are not practicing at the top level that we can do, and related to that. Of course, we provide the right advice and help patients whenever they need us, many times through structured processes, recording our activities in terms of dispensing. But we know that we really can do more for patients. So what I would say to those regulators, those politicians, in a nutshell, you can trust pharmacists. We always deliver. And we have a very good example during the pandemic, when everything was closed and patients did not know where to go and where to get not only their products, their medicines that they needed at that time, when everything was simply at stake. Of course, the supply of medicines worked super well all around the world, but also the advice we gave to patients. We say in Spain that there's always a green cross lightning. And that's true. We've shined, the profession has shined, and stakeholders, including regulators, have taken a good note of that. And if we were able to deliver and save the day for healthcare systems during that very difficult time, I'm sure that we can do more trying to improve our service and trying to adapt to the needs of patients and healthcare systems. Now, I think stakeholders, other healthcare professionals, especially the patients, have seen and have taken good note of how pharmacy is always available for them and always delivers.
So the resilience of the pharmacy, as you say, during the pandemic situation was really impressive. And it was even impressive, the ability of the colleagues in the pharmacy to adapt to the needs. But at the end, this is a very relevant transformation in their work. And which is your recommendation for all the colleagues working in the pharmacies?
You mean related to the COVID pandemic, or
no, related to the evolution of their work?
Oh yeah. So we need to ask for more. We've got to challenge our regulators, also our representatives. Because we need to increase the level of our practice. It's not only a matter of delivering what patients and healthcare systems expect from us, but it's also a matter of survival as a profession, if we want to. Things have changed very much during the last 15, 20 years. Not only new communication systems, but also the communications through regular, like roads, etc., have improved quite a lot all over the world. And we simply cannot only dispense and provide an advice to patients. We need to do more. So my advice is to, as in community pharmacies, challenge our stakeholders to try to do more. And also, we need to embrace change. I know that change, and I'm a pharmacy owner myself, and I know that change can sometimes be difficult, even painful. But we need to look in the long term, and we simply cannot practice the way our grandparents did 50 years ago. That's impossible. We need to adapt, and we need to change, and we need to improve.
Thanks, Jaime. It was really a pleasure to hear you and to get your vision, international vision about the evolution of the pharmacy. Thank you.
Thank you.